So hi guys, welcome to the Zeropark webinar. We're just hopefully in this webinar what we're going to do is go through the deep link traffic we have on offer and give you a quick explanation of what it is, what networks to get it from, and how to set it up basically, so it'll be all the way through. I'm Neill Burton, I'm the head of account management at Zeropark, and with me is Aleksander Jankowski, who's one of the key account managers at Zeropark. He's worked a lot with the search traffic.
Hi, everyone.
Okay, so firstly, we'll have a look at the agenda. We're going to say, what is deep linking Zeropark? Because you may work with deep link elsewhere and might have a different perception of what it is. We'll talk about Zeropark deep link performance, how it works, how to generate deep links with affiliate networks, how to prepare them, Zeropark deep link campaign creation, and then we'll have a section at the end for FAQ and a quick bit of Q&A, just in case you guys have any questions that we have not answered. Okay.
So what's deep link in Zeropark? So deep link is an extension of brand search inventory, which is already available in Zeropark. And I think this is the most interesting part. So for instance, imagine you have already running like a good campaign on homepage traffic on Zeropark, and you see that the supply of traffic is already quite limited, and you wanted to increase the supply. And I think deep link is actually the way to go, as this is the exact same traffic you were buying for homepage campaigns, but the only difference is that you will be getting the user redirected not from the homepage of the brand, but from the product someone already clicked on and was motivated to buy that product. But I think Neill has more information about how does it work in Zeropark.
Yeah, so the flow is ostensibly the same between buying the brand traffic and deep link traffic. Of course, you have the user and then the site, the publisher who has the traffic. Then Zeropark matching it to you guys, the advertiser who is buying the traffic. Then we send it onto the brand for conversion. So all the way through, it's exactly the same, except that the user this time is coming with a product ID or a product description within the redirect as well. Here's some examples of how they work on the Kalana placement example. You have the standard tiles over in the corner that you would normally buy. Underneath there, you see a section called Polish Fashion. If someone decides to click on that, they then are shown a selection of coats or clothing from Polish brands. And at this point, if they decide to click on that, it will actually take them to the website with that coat or shirt or whatever they were looking at in the URL. As the person buying the visit, you'll have the URL completely sent to you, and for the person, the user using the application, it'll be seamless. We also have another example of what it would look like on Yahoo Mail, where it would normally just be a block advert for Michael Kors. Here you can see that it is actually a selection of products available. So while someone is looking at their mail, they also can either click on a handbag or some shoes or something like that, and then get sent to the corresponding page directly on the advertiser.
Yes, so I wanted to show you some example of a performance for campaign that is already existing on Zeropark. And as you can see, the numbers, they look good, I think. And for me personally, they look really good. As the ROAS is 75 and there's like a $200,000 basket value. And given, for instance, you have like 5 to 10% of the commission rate, you will be getting $10,000 to $20,000 of revenue weekly. It's not a rocket science to understand that you can boost your performance and you can easily make your campaigns be profitable, even with high CPCs, as the revenue is high.
And that was for a retail campaign in the US.
Yeah, that was a retail campaign in the US. We are not allowed to share the brand name with you guys, but I think the numbers are very good, and they, like most of the campaigns that work really good on homepage, they will be working really good on deep link traffic. So how does this setup work? So we're going to talk about Admitad example, affiliate network, but what I want you to know is that we'll be sending the whole presentation after the webinar, and we have like 5 different affiliate networks examples of the creation setup process that you can see. They are in the appendix, they are at the end of the presentation. So once you get the idea how to do it, I think practice makes perfect. They're quite similar, but yeah, don't be afraid to make some mistakes. So once we have the Admitad panel, we have to go to My Programs and choose the program. On the screenshot, we see that we chosen Walmart US, and then we have to go to the menu and click Deeplink. What happens next? We will be seeing a Deeplink window where you are able to see a window with a number 3. This is our third step where you have to put a deep link. So in a normal situation, you will be putting a product page you would like to promote in that window. But what's different and the trickiest part, and once you understand how to do it, it's going to be very easy. Everything else will come easy to you. We'll put, for simplicity, a homepage in that window, and then the fourth step will be to check for the parameter with the value you put in the number 3. So you'll be having the parameters equals walmart.com, and we have to, so I'll also show you, I'll rush a bit. So in Admitad, it's going to look like this. It's going to be ULP equals our homepage parameter. So what we have to do is take the parameter and replace it with a dynamic token, which is product URL. And if you're using volume, it's going to be variable 8. So we've got the examples and what we do with the link.
So once you have the link and you have the variable URL in there, it allows you to then paste that into Zeropark inside a normal deep link campaign. So as you go through, you'll have the option for branded campaign or deep link campaign. If you select deep link, you'll paste it. Zeropark actually checks to see if the product URL is there, because it's a requirement for running one of these campaigns, because as we said, the performance has to be seamless. So once it's there, you should be able to get it approved. But if you're using a tracking solution, here's an example of how we're looking volume and why we said variable 8, because in volume, variable 8 is the only exchangeable variable for a Zeropark campaign. So it's the only spare one we have, so we can put this product URL in there. So you go to a new offer, set the new offer with the parameter from the network as variable 8 rather than product URL. Why would you do this? Because when you're in volume, you replace the variable 8 token, what is sent through there, in product URL in the TS token column. So this means that the variable 8 is now the product URL. Okay. Yep, and once you have that link, you can take that back to Zeropark and paste it into Zeropark, and it will also detect the product URL, and the campaign will be approved. Yep, so the reason to do this, as we've been saying all the way through, is that where that product URL is will replace the destination for the user. So it will mean that the product URL will be replaced with the homepage and category and product, and sometimes the product ID if it's available, and that will be sent to where the user will be sent to, and it'll be a seamless journey for the user, and hopefully they will convert.
Yep. So we've got some frequent asked questions, and I think the first one is quite interesting. So we've been asked a lot if the cost model is for Deeplink is exactly the same as the Homebrand cost model, and it's exactly the same. It's CPC cost model. So Neill, where does the Deeplink supply in Zeropark come from?
Yeah, so as we've said many times through this, it's the exact same pages that you're buying from, just a different part of the placement. So the value and the conversion rate and the performance of the traffic is roughly the same. If you already have a target or a placement that you like, that you know in Zeropark, if you ask your account manager, they can find that equivalent placement in the Deeplink traffic and give that to you as well, so you can carry on running it.
Yeah, so if I can jump in about the account management, like If you have any questions, simply go to your account manager, because from my perspective, if you ask me about any questions regarding volumes, average CPCs, I'm more than happy to assist you and send you all that information daily.
Okay, so the next one, what types of offers work best with Deeplink campaigns?
Yeah, I think mostly retail and lifestyle brands, depending also on the season. So for instance, we are just finished the Black Friday, Cyber Monday season where we were able to see that a lot of like fashion brands were super popular. Depending on the season, it changes, but as I mentioned before, like if you have any questions, what brands are working the most at the moment, more than happy to send you a report where you will be able to see top performing brands of the week.
And to continue on from that question, the next question down, what brands and keywords have good volumes available supply on Zeropark?
Same thing.
It's a seasonal thing. So if you want to find out, really reach out to your account manager and they will tell you what is running good right now. For example, starting next year, people are going to be, after the Christmas and Thanksgiving and all the heavy eating, they're going to be looking at dieting campaigns. So there might be some more promotions available for that kind of stuff, or box diets or something like that, you know.
Yeah. So do the Deeplink CPCs vary from branded search CPCs? It depends, but I'd say they're quite similar. So I'd say once we have the branded search campaign and we see the performance is really good, I would say use the same CPCs, monitor your win ratio, because it's also a very important aspect. Once you see the win ratio is quite similar and you are on the profitable level, keep it as it is. But once you see you want more, just bid up or bid less if you want to be profitable and you're not with the bid you were having on the homepage. But depends on the win ratio, on the revenue you're generating, but I'd say quite similar CPCs will be on both Deeplink and homepage campaigns.
Yes, in general, if you're buying from one placement and you like that, the price will be roughly the same on the next placement, unless your account manager tells you otherwise.
Yeah, but as you mentioned before, like those are exactly the same placements. So you can get traffic from Klarna homepage, and you can also get traffic from Klarna a product page.
So is that a totally new supply in Zeropark or an extension of an existing one? Well, we just answered that kind of, it's the same traffic. And the reason we didn't have it beforehand is because we had to figure out how to successfully extract the correct URLs in Zeropark and send that traffic to you in a way that actually function and is good for the publisher and for the advertiser as well. Do I need special offers which allow deep link inventory?
Yeah, so every affiliate network, if you click on Deeplink, they should show you the offers which allow Deeplink. I'd say in 70 to 80% of available offers on the market, they allow Deeplink. There are some that do not, but I think that will be clearly stated that you are not allowed to run Deeplink campaigns. But I'd say most of them they do, but I will recommend to check before setting up the campaign if it does allow Deeplink. So where can I find the URL, which I need to copy to Zeropark as a Deeplink?
Well, as we showed in the presentation, you either get that from the page on the website, or you have created a link in your tracker or your personal tracking solution and sent that to us. Either one works well. Does the brand domain stay the same as in a branded search campaign?
Yes, as we mentioned, is exactly the same audience we like to target. So the Deeplink campaigns, they also target brand keywords only.
This is because you're buying for the brand and the product is a secondary thing that comes with it.
And also what's good to notice, we are not promoting the brand, the one particular product on one brand. It's the products which people already clicked on. So it's going to be the brand plus the products they were interested in. And I think it's quite interesting because you are getting users which are already highly motivated in one particular product. And I believe the ROS can be boosted by that.
Does the campaign creation process differ from branded search campaigns? Only in one aspect or two aspects. The first one is that you have to click to select deep link traffic. And the second one is you have to make sure, as we said, to set up the product URL correctly. If I already run branded search campaigns and it's targeting specific branded keyword, will I be competing with my current campaigns?
No, you will not, because even though it's the same audience, you are targeting people at totally different moments. So with homepage, you targeting people that are searching for that particular brand. With product, you are targeting people that are already clicking on the particular brand with the product they're interested in. And this even cuts the journey to the basket.
Okay, so I can see we have one question already in the Q&A box. Okay.
We do that. So I think.
So you want to read the question first?
Yeah. No, so sorry.
Just read the question out loud.
So can you send an example of the product URL value looks like? Some networks requires encoded URL only. So we do send the product URL value. So once you have the tracking solution in place, you will be able to see which URLs you are getting. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you can use an encoder or decoder to make that traffic look how it needs to for the network, if you need examples. Is deep linking available for RTB? I don't think so yet, right?
Yeah, I don't think it's available yet.
Because we need to make sure that the product token would work correctly on the RTB platform, but it's something that could definitely be in development next year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we'll wait for some more questions.
Well, also what I could add is if you guys happen to have more questions, you can always ask your account managers on Zeropark, me, and I'm more than happy to, answer all of them. Yeah, well, I think that's it. No more questions.
I give it back, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
How much volume is available compared to branded search, more or less?
Yeah, I think it's the same. Like, so
well, it depends on the brand. So if say if the brand is something like a clothing brand or something like that, we actually expect to have higher volumes because there are more products available, so there's more things to advertise. Sometimes when something is very specific and only has a few products, there will actually be less traffic because there's less tiles to click on. But comparably, roughly the same, maybe a little less in some cases. But then again, the value of having someone looking at a product and sending them to the correct product page can be worth more than just a branded click search to you as an advertiser.
So the way I would treat it is basically it's a good extension of our branded search campaigns which already exist. You see good performance and the supply is limited. I'd say there's no harm in trying Deeplink, as it would increase the supply you'll be getting.
Okay, we'll give 5 more minutes. As Alex said, we're always open for more questions offline as well. If you can't get hold of us, you can get hold of Zeropark support, who also are well versed in searching deep link traffic.
Do you know the email?
support@zeropark.com?
Yeah, awesome.
But also, this is something we'll be looking to expand upon for next year and grow. Frequency cap. Do you know about the frequency cap on Deeplink?
I'm not sure about that one.
I think it should work because there is not. It's not like any other form of traffic. Its search is actually usually lower volume and quite high quality.
Also, from my experience, I see that people do not actually tend to use frequency cap on the search campaigns because here, every user counts, and I'd say the more the better. And even if we are targeting the same user twice, sometimes one person just sees a product they're interested in and they need 5 minutes to go back and do the shopping one more time. And I think if we are targeting him second time, it can still perform because it does.
We'll also try and answer that in the follow-up with the follow-up email as well. Next question, can we also have the recording? Yeah, this will be recorded. It'll be edited, so probably we'll look better than we do now. But yeah, you'll have a recording of the presentation. It's always a product URL. Sorry, I should read the question. Is the variable that gets used for deep link a product URL or product name? It's always a product URL because they are getting sent from a URL. We don't have any way yet to extract, because each website sends the product URL in a slightly different way. So where the product ID is and where the product description is can be in different places from different websites. Depending on where it's coming from, and also depending on what you're sending it to, they are very particular about sometimes the order of it as well. So we always have to send the full product URL right now. We don't send anything that's just a product link on its own. So we just got sent an example, domainname.com/whatever. Yes, it would always be in that format. You always have like the brands. It would always be Nike.com/Nike Air Max running shoes. Size 10/80 blah 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 blah, whatever the brand was at the end. It will always be in that order, because as of yet, like I said, we haven't figured out how to separate that out successfully each time, but it's something we'll probably look into the future, because we eventually hope to add product targeting for bigger stores as well. It's not something we can do right now, but something we will probably look to the thing. It's the full thing. So is it the full product URL or what's after the slash? It's the full thing with the domain name, as I said, and the product. So so the question is, Deeplink could target email domains and apps too or not? No, Deeplink can only target the same things. It has the same targeting as search, so it's only with the particular placements that we work with. And it's brand to brand only, so we wouldn't be able to send it to an email or to an app. There's actually very strict regulations on App Store stuff, so it's very hard to actually send any kind of traffic there that's not got the official App Store ID or something like that within it. So
yep.
And also I don't think so. For example, if we did get traffic for Google Play, it would be, the URL would be googleplay.com, so it wouldn't be that good. Can we put the link into a category of products instead of a single product?
We are working on it.
That's one thing that we're working on. So we said that first we need to figure out how to extract the product ID from the product, so then we can start putting into product categories for the brand. And once we can do that, then we can offer that category style targeting. At the moment, you just get everything for the store. So say if you're working with a big box store, Kohl's, Walmart, Macy's, you will get like electronics, you'll get clothing, you'll get everything, and it will all be sent through. At the moment, we cannot divide that down into smaller placements. So the question was, what's the next new ad unit after this one? To be fair, we wish we knew, because with the stuff we have in the works.
But we will know.
But we will know this year. Obviously, this is very exciting and new. But we're also in a dynamic situation. So if something interesting or something crops up, we will be working on that as well. At the moment, we're looking to, because this year we think we have no way peaked for this traffic. We think there's a lot more traffic out there. We have a lot of exciting new partners that we're starting to work with directly. Some of them which have never done this type of advertising before, but have it available on their site. So new users from that. We have for example, we have a direct deal with Huawei in Europe, which is very exciting, because we're working with their new browser and stuff like that. So this ad unit that we are currently working on has lots of room to expand and lots of room to grow. It can be much bigger than it is now already.
Well, at the moment,
you have to read the question.
Oh, sorry. Every time. What are the top countries for Deeplink? So at the moment, I'd say it's United States, United Kingdom, Germany. Like most of the Europe works good, and those are the top. So I'd say US and UK, it's quite standard. And then the rest of the Europe, such as Germany, France, even Japan. But Japan's not in Europe.
Okay, we have no more new questions, so we think that's it. Obviously, if you think of anything else, please reach out to your account manager. We're also willing to have calls on this and meetings if you think there's a good prospect or or you have a good offer that you would like to check with us. We're also very excited about the new format as well, so we're happy to take meetings. Thank you for attending. Thank you for participating, and especially thank you for the questions, because that gave us a lot of stuff to talk about. As was said earlier, we will send a recording out, the email, and a follow-up from all the stuff. Thank you very much, and goodbye from us.
Thank you.